Hey, what's up guys, Brad here. So today we have Rex Goodwin finally unlockable in Duel Links. We've literally just logged in and Alone Lexus has left the DM World GX. And now let's see what happens with Rex Goodwin if we just get a straight unlock, because I have got to the 1.2 million event points. I'm way past that now. Not as far as I was on the calendar event. Last time I did like 80 or 90 million points and now I'm only at 8. So yeah, let's see what Rex has to give us if they want to finish this cutscene and show us some new cards, because I think we're going to be getting his Earthbound Immortal. That's pretty it's pretty standard, and then hopefully some cool skills for the Sun and Moon Dragon would be really, really nice, but it looks like we're not going to get it straight away. Do we have to duel him? Okay, no, raid complete. There we go. So let's see, we're going to get some points here for our boxes. We got, ooh, okay, cool, a Pocket to Quill, our 5th copy of that, that's fine. Give me the points. And now, okay, because we've done a duel, we can now unlock Rex Goodwin and see what he has in store for us. Let's see. We've got Jaraska. Very, very fun card. Dark Sun of Rex Goodwin and Goodwin's deck is now available to be used. Let's take a look at him and see if he's a good character level up. I hope he is. Because, sure, gems are nice, but in the end, it'd be cool if we got some really cool new cards and skills from him to actually make some of the, the cards he's given us see some play. Okay, Rex Goodwin. First of all, let's... That's a lot of laughing. What's his other voice line? Just go in real quick. Thanks, Carly.
The Crimson Dragon and Netherworld are both mine to command.
Okay, so we're gonna go through his skills first, because those then tell us if we can then, like, that you can combo them well with other cards. So first up, in terms of new skills, he has the Ant and the Fiend. Can be used if you control Oracle of the Sun. Choose one of the following effects. Send a Fire Ant to your graveyard to then play Supe, or send a Supe to the graveyard and then play one Fire Ant. Once per turn and twice per dual skill. This is okay. Right now, we only have one Oracle of the Sun, which is really, really annoying. So, this won't see play. Like, that's not the problem with the deck. The problem is just the fact of getting both dragons out in one turn. And there needs to be something to do about that. But we're getting that at level 20, so that's actually a skill we can play around with quite quickly. Then we have Pokemon Sun and Moon. Choose one of the following effects. Send one Sun Dragon you control to the graveyard to play a Moon Dragon in your graveyard, or send one Moon Dragon to the graveyard to play a Sun Dragon, once per dual skill. This one's okay. It's not, again, it's not amazing. Not the problem with the deck, if you just want to get out one of the other dragons for their effects, then that's fine. It's a good skill to do that, but the problem with the deck is still getting both these out, or at least, one in the graveyard and one on the field within a timely manner, because most times you can get out one dragon, you get a Sun Dragon first of all, because he's the strongest, and that's all you can really do. So again, they do need some more cards to actually support that. That's going to be a... Next up we have Seal of the Immortal. This is a skill that all of the Dark Signers actually have, so that's cool. That's the one that makes it so that your Earthbound Immortal stay on the field when there's no field spell card. It's pretty nice. He also has Power of Dark. He has Light and Dark as well. Okay, that's going to change things for a future video. That's pretty cool that we're getting another character that can have Luminous Number skill. Very, very nice. We also have level reduction, level augmentation, Immortal Offerings, again one that all you guys have, Immortal Charity, Dual Divinity, which is okay. Can be used if Sun Dragon Inti and Moon Dragon Quill are in your graveyard. This turn you can normal work on Jaraska without tributing once per dual skill. This is the perfect skill to play if you want to play a very Rex focused deck, but beyond that, I don't think it's going to see much play at all. There's definitely going to be some people, testing this out on our YouTube and making some meme decks with it, but beyond that, it's just kind of there, I guess. Then he has Draw Sense Light, Draw Sense Earthbound Immortal, and Draw Sense Dark, so he didn't get the skill. Oh my god. There's one skill in his leaked files that's like if you have Work Jaraska on your field, then basically you can make your opponent's life points 1, you skip your turn, the next turn you can just attack directly and win the game. That's probably going to be his next unlock event reward. That's a real shame, because I know that Duel Links Best Decks was really looking forward to trying that one out, and now we can't do that. So yeah, that's a bit disappointing. Let's take a look at his new cards and see if any of them are actually any good. Hopefully they are, because so far his skills are actually, they're very cool character skills, and he has some pretty decent, Light and Dark is a very, very good skill to have on a new character, but let's see. So first up at level 3 we have Weeping Idol, a level 2 Dark. You can move and play one tuner in your graveyard to special this card from your hand. It's okay, I guess. Not really amazing, but sure. Then at level 4, we get Drawson's Earthbound Immortal, makes sense. At level 7, we get Wicked Acolyte Chalam Sabak. I have never heard this card before. This card looks... Oh, it's just a bunch of sea serpents with like a dude on it. Okay, cool. If you have 5 or more cards in your hand, you can normal this card without tributing. Okay, that's doable, sure. When this card is destroyed by battle sent to the graveyard, you can special this card in defense mode. If you do, it is treated as a tuner once per turn effect this way. So, that's really meh. Honestly, the fact you can get it out, you know, normal summon it, 2500, that's pretty cool. Bit of a hard cost to do that, but at least it means, you know, if you're going second, then you can get this guy out pretty much turn 1, which is really good. But the fact, you know, it has to be destroyed by battle to come as a tuner means that clearly this is a main phase 2 focus card. If you were to, you know, crash with it in your battle phase, then main phase 2 in a TCG, you could bring this guy back out and then tuner synchro off with it for a bigger synchro. You can't do that here, so you need some protection to make it so that your opponent attacks into us as the last thing they can do in their turn, and then in your next turn you have a tuner out in the field. That's pretty cool. You know, it's very specific, very niche, and there might be some cool decks like this. You know, level 8 tuner is okay. You know, with like level augmentation or level duplication or something or that other, then you might be able to make some pretty easy synchros. But interesting card, not necessarily anything amazing. Then we have a level 10 Earthbound Linewalker, level 4, 19 defense. That's very good defense. Earthbound Immortal monsters you control cannot be destroyed by their own effects. That's very good. You know, it negates need for the skill, which is always quite nice, but doesn't really support the deck in general. I'm not too sure on that one, but might be pretty cool. Then we have a level 11 Earthbound Whirlwind, so a spell card we've seen in the skill before. If you control an Earthbound Immortal monster, it's basically a Harpy's Feather Duster. That's actually very cool. Huh. Definitely gonna see some Earthbound Immortal players on the ladder, I think, you know, testing it out, trying to meme around with this to blow up back row. That's a very powerful card, which does have a pretty high cost, but if you can turbo out your Earthbound Immortal, then this isn't so bad. So that's quite nice. Level 13 skill is going to be Power of Dark. Not really, you know, you got it on Yugi, doesn't really matter. Then we have, again, Weeping Idol, Linewalker, Chalama Back, whatever it was. That's going to be our Antin Fiend skill. And again, repeating all of these new skills and cards until we get to level 35, which is Offerings to the Immortals. When your opponent's monster declares direct attack while you have 3,000 or less life points, negate the attack, and if you do, special summon 2 ceremonial tokens, and if you do that, add 1 Earthbound Immortal card, Earthbound Revival, or Roar of the Earthbound from your deck to your hand. Ceremonial tokens can't be attributed except for a tribute summon of an Earthbound Immortal, and can't be synchro summoned. This is really good, because it can just be splashed into any deck really. It doesn't need to be in an Earthbound Immortal deck. You do need to have an Earthbound Immortal card in your deck though, to actually use with it, because I believe the way its card text is worded is that if you summon the tokens, you have to add a card. So because you can't add a card because there's no targets in your deck, you won't be able to activate it. So obviously it works best in a Earthbound Immortal focus deck, but if you just have, you know, Kokopakapu or Rirakocharaska in your deck, then this might be pretty good. Like, kind of like the Assault Mode cards where, you know, you only really want one of them, but you still run Psy Reflector. It kind of reminds me of that, but this is okay. Like, it sounds pretty good, you know. It could be really fun to play around with, and again, it's just 5D stuck at 35. If we had up to 40, 45, we could have got multiple copies or some other cards, because beyond that, these cards are just okay. And I feel like that's what we say every time with a 5D's character, just the reward cards are just okay, they're fine. They're nothing amazing, but okay, so as I was editing this, I did realize that I completely forgot to talk about not only his boss monster, Rirakocharaska, but we also forgot to talk about any of the cards can be searched off with his trap card. So first of all, his trap can search out any of our Earthbound Immortal monsters, which is really good. It can also search out Earthbound Revival, which has been, I'm pretty sure this is it, but it's been renamed to Earthbound Immortal Revival just so it's searchable by future support as well. So discard 1 card and then target Earthbound Immortal monster and a field spell in your graveyard, add them to your hand. That's kind of okay. Not amazing, but does let you at least recycle your cards. That's okay. You can also search out for Roar of the Earthbound Immortal, which is another card we got in this event, which is once per turn when your opponent's monster declares an attack, target attacking monster, destroy it, and if you do, inflict damage equal to that monster attack points, but you must control an Earthbound Immortal with a greater attack than the attacking monster. So bit of a bad card, honestly, if you're running things like Rirakocharaska, but if you're running Master Piscu, Kokopakapu, then it does make a bit more sense. And speaking of Raska, his boss monster, so it's 100-100. There can only be one Earthbound Immortal monster on the field. If there's no field spell card, destroy this card. Your opponent can't target this card for attack, and again it can attack directly, so that's pretty standard for Earthbound Immortals. If this card is normal summon, target up to 3 cards you control except this card, shuffle them into the deck, and then discard as many random cards as possible from your opponent's hand, but not more than the number you return. So if you return 3, you discard up to 3, if you return 2, discard up to 2, and if you do, this card gains 1000 attack for every card destroyed by this card's effect. So that basically means this guy can become 3100 on normal summon if you're very, very lucky, if you have all the pieces in place, and it can't be targeted for attacks. And you then have trap cards to support it. And then next time we might get a skill that does support it even more. So honestly, Raska is one you're going to want to look out for. I still feel like Kokopakapu is one of the better ones, and of course you have Asopisco, which I've just seen an FTK involving, which is kind of hard to pull off, so don't worry about it, you won't see it on the ladder, but still, cool cards, and hopefully they get more support. I really hope we get the Earthbound Linewalker cards in another box sometime soon, the Duskwalker, Dawnswalker, those kind of things, because that would make Rex a much better character, just because he does have the cards to interact with those new cards. So yeah, I'll get back to past Brad and continue on with the roundup of this video. Definitely the skills are interesting, very archetypal deck focus, which is nice to see, but again, that one skill, that one really, really cool Earthbound Immortal skill isn't here, so I'll have to wait till next time for that one. The Lion Dark and level reduction augmentation being in here does make this character a bit more playable. That is my thoughts on Signer Rex Goodwin. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Duel video. See you then.